Yes, okay, what the hell is this? I need to ask immediately. Why? Is that good? I guess becomes the question. So this is the first time I've ever seen this, I feel like. I didn't even know you could link these two. So he goes this into Stompu. Let me take player control a little bit earlier. Because it's a little bit weird otherwise, right? So he does headbutt. Oh, a little too early. He does headbutt into stomp. Well, first off, this is 25-10. Is this less damage, isn't it? What? Why? Timing on this is slightly off. It's like a link? It's so awkward. Why does he do this? He has to hit it meaty enough to even get it, maybe? What's the startup on this? 9? He has to hit this slightly meaty to even get it, yeah. Let me time the headbutt a little better. Yeah, what? What a strange combo. Because, like, he has to meaty the headbutt slightly for it to even link. And it does less damage than doing the normal... Maybe he saw a bug, I guess? I'm gonna assume... I don't call it the pointer finger because it's rude to point. Didn't know Americans use pointer? I guess so. I'm gonna assume that was him being funny. I mean, like, maybe... The stomps... That's called player expression, I guess? Maybe the stomps can lead to... If you stop on the first stomp, you're, like, more plus than you are on health stab or something? Watch your toes? Well, it's a combo, though, right? Also, I mean, just kind of beat her up from there. Sure. I'm not gonna take that one. I'm not gonna take that down that as a note. It's not an American thing. I promise most people use index. I just say pointer because I'm a literal child. So true. Gotta crease the J's for disrespect. That's also very possible. Slander my native country for anything else, please. I beg you. I mean, unfortunately, there's certainly no shortage of things currently. Is his fucking little emblem that he has on his chest there, is that also just flexing? Love me some Guile music, by the way. Sure. Burns himself out for this. Interesting. Getting a little desperate, perhaps? I feel like being burnt out against Lily is really bad, right? Because then, like, this shit's plus, like, all the time. Yeah. Everything is flexing? I guess so. I never noticed how gigantic Lily's forehead is until just now. I know it's like a child, but, like, so I shouldn't be, like, bullying her, but... My lord. This outfit in particular, I feel like, really highlights it. Sure. Why? Why does he like this so much? Why does he... Okay, I think he just likes the stomps. I don't think there's any reason for me to look into that. I think he's just doing it because he thinks it's funny. Maybe there's, like, some super deep tech to that I'm missing, but, like... I think that he just thinks it's funny, and I'm gonna go off of that. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. Oh no, he got his burnout back! He's not dead! Oh. What was that? Is that headbutt into drive rush headbutt? Interesting. Punish counter, headbutt. It scales the combo to shit. I wonder if it's even... You know. Marissa driving Lily on a Vespa, and it made my morning. That sounds fun. That sounds like the Fediel Vicala stuff that I got sent by Suki. Evening? What's going on, boys? Sure, yeah. Trying to get the sack unstuck from the inside thigh. Yeah, that's why he stomps so much. That's a lot of damage. I love losing a good 54% of my HP. 50 or 50 like 6%. Ow. Okay. Playing it around crouch heavy punch pretty well, right? Lily is not teabagging, I presume. I think she's buffering her super. I forgot you stole Tyrant's wife. Give her back. She came of her own accord, man. What am I supposed to do? Put on the Discord SF channel. Yeah, the Marissa driving Lily in the Vespa. Okay, I feel like maybe my ability to find anything interesting there was sort of like hijacked by him doing the stomps and me being like, why is he doing that? But you know, we're not necessarily going to learn something new literally every single time. Yeah, let's watch Quesadilla Bomb. Let's watch Snake fight this Quesadilla Bomb individual. A different Lily, a different Geef. Let's see if it makes a difference. Doo 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 doo. Do 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 do. Okay. Little walk back, walk forth. Sure, just gets outcompeted in the marketplace of ideas. It happens. Feels like the poking is a little bit more aggressive here, weirdly enough, than it was against Rashid's. Oh, I like... If you parry that shit, drive reversing it is a really good idea, huh? That's a good point. If you ever find yourself parrying a Condor Spire, you might as well. It's basically drive gauge neutral at that point. Even if it's not EX, right? That scar above the knee must pull uncomfortable. I like the fact that the name of the art piece is Lily x Marissa x Vespa. Feels odd. Is Lily a child? She looks like one, but she could just be a small lady. I have no idea what her supposed canon age actually is. What is she doing, bro? I certainly acts like a child, too. She's 18? So, yes, basically. For all intents and purposes, unless you are, like, either 18 yourself or, like, you know. You know, they say maybe if it wasn't there, you would go lower. Looks 12, but is actually 22. I mean, 18 is a child for all intents and purposes, right? Like, I know, like, legally, technically, it's not in a lot of places, but, like, let's be honest. Oh, God. I think the only skin that does her justice is outfit 3. Everything else just emphasizes the forehead. Yeah, this one is not doing her any favors, sir. Well, I haven't been paying attention for the past, like, 20 seconds. What happened here? Either 19 or 16, depends on the source. I will believe 16 even more than I'll believe 18, honestly. Yeah, it seems like both of the Geefs, actually. It is just a matter of... You have to try and play around her just spamming crouch heavy punch over and over, right? It's her best button. She's gonna use it a lot to keep you out. And you gotta try and, like, walk into range. Like, it seems like it's a whiff punish matchup, basically. Lily has a normal adult male forehead. Okay. He's -5 there? You don't say. Curious. Hold on. When you block this, is this an SPD punish? I guess not from that range. He walks forward a little bit first and then... And I guess it probably spaces you out a lot of the time, right? Yeah, yeah. It's -5, but I don't think you're ever actually gonna punish it. Unless she does it, like, literally point blank. Fair enough. Good to know that is -5, though. If they ever do it, like, point blank, point blank. My forehead looks like Magneto's helmet. Why you gotta do yourself like that, man? Interesting that he doesn't back-tech here. He wants to keep the... He doesn't want, like, to give Lily more space, I guess? I wonder why. Like, even at disadvantage, he'd rather stay closer than further away. To not... Because I guess Geef struggles to stop her from stocking up a lot of the times. Could have been a mistake, but I feel like a lot of people, is, you know, they back-tech as their default. It's like when a good player doesn't, I take notice. Brick, would you do an SF6 Road to Master? I mean, right now, you know, I'm still very interested in just like learning more with Geef. If we get high enough with Geef, though, I'd like certainly, I don't know that I got it in me to go above like, I don't even know if 1700, but like if we get to like 1800 at some point with Geef, that's probably definitely gonna be the end of it. I don't think I just don't dedicate enough time to Street Fighter 6 to get any higher than that. So maybe at that point we'd try some other characters in the roster, right? But yeah. I play, you know, 5 hours of SF6 once a week. I don't know that I got it in me to get, yeah, I don't even know that I got it in me to get to 1700, let alone 1800, let alone higher. Right? Marissa, yeah. Manon, Marissa. Lily does not seem fun, honestly, even though she's a grappler. Maybe even try out some Shotos, see what it's like to not have a command grab. Right, learn SF6 on a more fundamental level. Might just play Ryu. That's certainly a little ways in the future here. Yeah, the stomp after the punish counter throw there gives you... How plus are you exactly after you stomp like this? I forget, but yeah, it's enough that I think you get headbutt or SPD, basically. Probably like plus 10 or something. Seeing you play Ed will be interesting? Yeah. Do you guys agree with me? Lily's pretty much a fundamentally flawed character design, pretty much needs a rework to fix. I mean... I think you could make her, like, you could certainly make her strong. You can make her very strong, actually. But yeah, I think she just, like, bored. Like, her character design is... Being one move the character is not that interesting. At least not to me, right? Maybe, I mean, some people are dedicated enough that they want her... You know, they're playing her to 2000 MR, so maybe I'm wrong, but... Yeah, I think she... It's not that she, you know, it's not that she can't be strong. In fact, I think it would be very easy. You know, Lily, Condor Spire is one of the best moves in the fucking video game, basically. I think it's hard to make her not boring, basically. That's fundamentally flawed character design? I would agree. I think so. Like you know, she's just... It's just an uninteresting character. Like, uninteresting gameplay mechanics, I think. Damn, Shimmy SPD. Never thought about this one, I'm not gonna lie to you. That is a new... somehow, that's a new one to me. Right? Walks up, Shimmy SPD. That's... fair. I'd say the issue she doesn't know many playstyles? Yeah. Shimmy SPD. Shimmy Eat World. Good band. Is that even a... I don't even know. Might not be a Jimmy Eat World song. Biggest nerf you give a character is making them so boring nobody wants to play them. And I mean, Lily is not exactly super played, and it's not just because, you know, she's not great. Now, she certainly is also not great. But I mean, neither is Marissa. I see a lot more Marissa than I see Lily. It seems like a very slow matchup, right? Like, even the more aggressive Geefs we were watching, like Snake plays a lot of matchups pretty slow, it seems like. But even the other aggressive Geefs we were watching, like this seems like this really does force Geef to play real slow, like, right? And you just have to work around her buttons being so good at keeping you out, essentially. Pick your spots. Sure. Here we go. His ass is very dead. Smash Ultimate Lucina. I don't think Smash Ultimate Lucina was boring because you only have to play her one way. In fact, I mean, she was pretty well-rounded, no? I think she was just boring because, if anything, she was so stable, right? Like, Smash is a game with a lot of very, like, polarized, like, jagged characters, like, even in, like, higher tiers and stuff. So just, like, a relatively stable, like, consistent character. In a game where, like, you know, even the Shotos have, like, Arsene and shit. She just didn't have any of the crazy DLC bullshit. Bonk. No, yeah, she's Ryu? Yeah, yeah. I always found Ultimate Marth to be more fun if he was less consistent. Gran with no boot. Yeah, so it looks like... I mean, I haven't noticed... I haven't picked up on any, like, little, like, mini interactions. What the... But it just seems like the general approach people take to fighting Lily is very slow, right? These are long rounds, especially when the Gief's winning. Long rounds that are just like, yeah, like this over and over. Just kind of waiting for Lily to whiff something and then trying to go in from there. What's the neutral jumping, I wonder? Is it to call out? Like, okay, this is... So there's... Is this to call out a Condor Spire? Because, like, he got caught on the way down once. He's doing it a lot. Whoa. Oh, if you perfect parry it, you can do that. Interesting. I assume it's to call out a Condor Spire, like, to make her... If she just does it, it, like, whiffs. She wastes her resource for nothing. He's trying to catch Condor Spire? I guess so, right? What does it do if you do neutral jumps? Like, let's go back to a point where she does do it here, for example. Like... Wait. Dang, he perfect parries it. What a god. She does it like right here, right? I want to like go advanced frame. Yeah. No, not quite yet. There it is. It's like right before she does it here. Whoa, whoa, look at that. You can see her face animate when she starts to Condor Spire. How fucking weird. Okay, so let's... Right here. Let's switch to player control. Go Gief and jump. Ah, I see. So yeah, when it whiffs, you can't just like straight up land and combo her for it fully. I get it now. Yeah, I see. Like what do you even get if the neutral jump works? Like what's the end goal? I thought it would like sail past you like a Honda headbutt used to, but it doesn't go that far, I guess, huh? You can just land and kill her. If you're closer, splash. If further away, JMK. Yeah. Even if you jump back here, we can always just do like even, you know, JHP right here. That makes sense. That's why he's like, no, not end replay. I want it to end player control. Fuck. Okay, let's go back. What we do here is go back. Yeah, I was wondering why, like, you know, he's spamming it a bunch, I assume, to you know, beat Condor Spire, but like what even is, when he beats Condor Spire, what's the end goal? And now I see. Okay, let's keep going. Yup. I think it's round 3 that we're on, actually. Yeah, let's just go to playback round 3. Beep, bop, boop, beep, bada bop, boom, pow. There you go. Here we are. God, it's so easy to navigate through SF6 replays, man. What are your opinions on a grappler's command grab being a combo starter that leads into big damage as opposed to one big bonk? It's functionally the same, I guess. Like if it, you know, if it ends up, if the starter is unblockable and, you know, leads to a bunch of damage and it's unreactable, and like, you know, like I guess that could be an interesting design space. You know, it's essentially the same sort of mix-up game then, right? Oh, he's a kid. Don't bully the child. We don't bully children here. You have to be at least 21 to get bullied in this chat. Do. I like that the headbutt catching the jump there. That's something interesting too, right? But yeah, not a ton of like. If there was like any like minutia in that matchup, it was lost on me. I didn't really catch it. But it seems more so like the general idea is just, you know, play that shit a lot slower, right? Seems like it's the Lily matchup in general being played much more defensive on Gief's front, which is weird. I wouldn't have expected that. Combo starting grabs are only okay if the game can support Vortex Oki. Oh, he says SPDs. Yeah, I guess probably would lead to the grappler getting like looping Oki on their SPD, right? Would a combo starter be any more satisfying to the user to land, at least in your opinion? I think it will be less satisfying to land. Because this is just me, right? But if you're focus grouping grapplers, right? I think one of the things that makes a command grab super satisfying to land is, like, to be a combo starting grab, presumably you couldn't have the same kind of impact. Because we'd have to, like, throw them up into the air or something like that, right? So, like, I don't know, when I think of, like, well, one of the big reasons that Gief's SPD is so satisfying, right, is because, you know, you get to see, like, that happen to their health bar, right? And, like, you got the big impact and the crater and everything. Whereas, you know, if it was a combo starting grab, you probably have to, like, throw them up, or, like, you couldn't have it do this much, like, even, like, weirdly, I think, even if you ended up doing this much damage with your command grab, right, through the combo, I feel like it wouldn't be quite as satisfying as doing it all in, like, one gigantic chunk like this, right? You could throw them against the opposite wall with such force that they rebound and get a combo. Yeah, I mean, that's how Ludiva's 5U works in Granblue, for example. And, like, it's fine, right? Certainly, you could probably do, like, some animation trickery and stuff like that. But I think if you make it look too forceful, and it doesn't quite, and it does, like, 1,000 damage, because, like, that's what you have to do to balance it, right? Because you can't have it do this much and also start a combo, right? So I think if you do too much animation trickery and make it look like a super hard toss, but then it just doesn't do that much damage, that also is like some, you know, some like Ludo visual dissonance going on. You know what I'm talking about? So I think it would be, the grab itself would be less satisfying. Now maybe the, you know, landing the combo afterwards, if it's like super fun, then yeah, but I really like how the camera stays in position and just looks up. Yeah, I mean, they sell it. They sell the SPD so well, right? Really good. We had that whole video talking about why T-Zoc, oh my, I can't SPD, what the fuck? Why T-Zoc just, like, doesn't hit in the same way as Ladiva and Geef, and, like, you know, SF6 and Granblue do a really good job, right? This, too, like, the camera angle from the opponent's perspective here, basically. Like, kind of watching Geef cut the promo from above you. It's so well done, man. It's so good. It's not quite, like, Cyber Connect 2 shit, but they do a really good job of it.